Hey, what's up guys? Wellington here, and with me is the JBL Pulse 4, a very beautiful looking speaker. If you look at the Pulse 3 here, which is also a beautiful speaker, you can tell that this is where everything came together, kind of like finishing off and all that. And then maybe here, after assembling everything, you put this on top of it, and that's how you sealed it off. But here, everything is all sealed off, no seams, no nothing. You can see these cutouts for the logo and the charging port and battery indicator. But at the same time, nowhere else, which means they put everything together with this and dropped it in there somehow. So it just kind of intrigued me. So I wanted to find out and open it up and see what they did inside there and maybe how they arranged their LED lights, something like that. So that's what I'm trying to do, not to break the speaker. I want to get out of here with the speaker still working. That is the goal. And maybe if you're trying to figure this out and repair it, you know how to open it in case I figure it out. I feel like the right tool to use will be a plastic wedge or something like that, but I don't have any of those, so I think this will do the job. So my guess is this is where everything sealed off at last, like when they were done putting everything together. So let's start right here. Let's see, oh my gosh, I really hope, I think I should probably turn it off first, because in case the knife goes far in or something, and I don't want to short circuit anything and break it. So this might be hard to do. I just scratched it there. Either way, I feel like I'm gonna come out with some scars, but I didn't really want to do that. Why is this so hard? Should I try down this way maybe? See how that goes? Ooh. Alright, so to all of you, the bottom is the very first place you should pop it. Alright, so that is off. So what does that let go of? Oh, so that just takes off the passive radiator. I feel like if I let go of the screws, if I unscrew the screws that you're seeing right here, it's not going to pull that stuff out either way. Okay, plastic wedge would be better. I think you can buy those online. I haven't bought any, but it would save you from doing the damage that I just did. Well, I feel like the speaker still works. It's just cosmetic damage right there. And yes, there we go. Speaker grill off. Like, what were those screws holding? Maybe if I unscrew the silver screws here, then they will let go of that piece. So let's do that. Those are all out. I was hoping it would just fall out this side, but that's not the case. Does this piece pop out like it's just a cover? That's my next task. This is our problem. I knew there was something holding this thing in there. So I'll put them next to that piece so I know where they came from. Alright, I'm just gonna take out these screws and see if that helps. Ooh. I feel like that moves a little bit. Oh my goodness. Those screws are what you're looking for. So now what we want is, how do we disconnect this? Because it's now the only thing holding this thing from coming out, keeping it from coming out. So that push pins, the wires go in with a push pin. You just push into this, but like, how do they put them in there? So the charging port is disconnected. There it goes. Ooh. This is your Pulse 4 right here. The LEDs and everything. Looks like a flashlight. I want to turn it on and see how, if I don't break. It sounds so weird. Anyways, so yes, we got to it. This is what you guys have been wanting to see. You know, at least that's what I've been wanting to see, how they put everything together. This is your battery back here. This is your charging, and this is the battery LED indicator back here. This is the wire that goes to that. I'm gonna have to figure out how to put all this back together. I guess I could take this apart, but what's the point? But this is some solid engineering. And a zip tie, of course. Zip tie, oh my gosh. This is pretty cool. Doesn't sound good, but it's working. And this is the, see that? $130 LEDs that are running the Pulse 4 speaker. I feel like if you're trying to replace the battery in this, it's going to be really hard. I mean, it looks like it can just slide out, but it's being held so tight. Maybe if you loosen this, and then I see a screw there and a screw there. So 2 screws, 1, 2. So it looks like 2 screws, and this piece right here will be able to release your battery, but again, it is probably still connected to this circuit board, which is right here. And this is probably the power supply to the LEDs. And yeah, this would be hard to just replace a battery in here. I don't know if it's worth it. Maybe again, if the battery is just so dead, maybe if you're gonna be throwing the speaker away anyways, you might as well go through all that trouble. But alright, so the problem is figuring out how to get that piece back to the connections here that it's supposed to connect to. So it won't go in, so I'm gonna try to use this knife. There's a spot I see back to the side, and see if I can push it out. Oh, I think it moved. Ooh, there you go. All right, it can push out. Look at that. Now we have an open spot right there. So this has to go in first, and then have those wires come out. So now we have this out, and wait, this moved. There you go, like this. Okay, this is this is kind of the tough one to plug in. You have to but we'll get it. The camera, I don't know if it's picking it up, but you know, what I'm trying to do is put this in there. This is tricky. The wires are not very long. See, this is easier to plug in, so maybe it's not very hard. I'll plug this in so I can maneuver this as much as I want without any restrictions. Also, I think I'm gonna screw this in first so it's not moving up and making it even harder. And I need to align this up like that. Put the black screws back in. And right now it should be good audio because I just put in new batteries, but I'm really sorry for the bad audio that you've potentially been hearing. Okay, so now that is solid, it's not moving. Now I can attempt to... Wait, what? Are you guys seeing this? Are you guys seeing this? So now that piece comes out? That is interesting too. That piece would not come out the other time. I think it's because this piece was in when I was trying to, so I was holding it in place. But how does this look? Ooh. This makes a huge difference on how this looks like. Wow. Oh wow. That's a big difference. I don't like this. Like if they made it and this is the finish, this would be really crappy. And this just makes a huge difference. Wow. But let's get these suckers back in here. Okay, so now everything is at least back in there. I think we can put this back in here. So I wanted to put this in first. So I'll do that. There it goes. Okay. So that's in place, and then this one is easy. And just like that. And let's test it out to make sure it works. Yep. It works good. It works good. Okay. So now all I have to do is push it back in there. Just like that, and we are back to where we started, kind of. I gotta put the screws back in here. Put the screws up there, back in. So now we put this back on. Let's hope the adhesive still stays on there, good. You put the PR back on there. Does this matter? I didn't really think about it when I was taking it apart. Okay, so the good news is that this only fits on one way, so there's no way to put it on wrong. All right, so that's all in. And put this piece back on. All right, that's sealed off. Now the top part. And there we go. We are all done with this speaker. Now, I don't know if you can tell from any of these cameras, but there's a small piece of dirt that got onto the inside, the white piece that I can see through here. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but I can right there. So once you take this apart, just make sure you clean it off nicely before you put it back in there. Just make sure there's no debris that is going to be visible like that. I don't like how this looks like right now. It looks like I've done something to it, definitely. Like I, messed that up a little bit there. But you can also tell along these lines here. You can tell that definitely this was opened up. The bottom is fine. The bottom here is good, but the top here, not so good. So yeah, I would definitely get some sort of plastic wedge to use. They sell some tools on Amazon that you can get to do this kind of stuff. But yeah, this definitely looks like I did something to it, but the speaker still works and I'm still going to be using it. If we turn it on, the beauty is back. The sound is back too. That sounds like a real speaker right now. Not like a whole location radio. Anyway, so I guess that's it for this video. I hope you found it entertaining and interesting, because I didn't know how the speaker looked like in there. 130 LEDs are the ones doing this job that you're seeing here. They somehow go only up to around here, but the light is somehow goes all the way up. They did some pretty interesting engineering in there. So yes, that's it for this video. Leave it a like if you liked it. If you didn't like it, feel free, just leave it a dislike. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you in another video. Oh, one thing. I did a comparison video between the two speakers, the Pulse 3 and the Pulse 4. I'll leave a link to it in the description section down there. So if you're interested in that, go check that one out. And yes, so yeah, I will see you in the next video. Peace.